Hello and welcome, dear students. I am Dr. Vijayalakshmi Nayak, Assistant Professor of English, GFGC and PG Center, Dharwad. Now, before I begin the session, let me just clarify to you all, this is not a class where I teach you the prescribed syllabus, whether it is a prose or a lesson. This is just an audio book or an audio vlog where I'll just be reading out the prescribed text. The prescribed text for students of BA First SEM, Karnataka University, Dharwad. The prescribed text is Shalmala. Now, some of my government college students complained to me that they couldn't get a hold of this text, and this is a humble attempt to help them. I hope you'll find this helpful. You can just listen to this audio while you're traveling or while you're in the bus, or maybe when you are just whiling away your time. And I hope this will be helpful for you all, dear students. Of studies, the fortune teller, the accompanist. These are the three prose chapters that you will have for the first semester. And then you have poetry, Seven Ages of Man, Death the Leveler, Night of the Scorpion. Okay, so in this session, I will be taking up Of Studies by Francis Bacon. It is an essay by Francis Bacon, and it is the first unit from your prescribed text. Studies serve for delight, for ornament, and for ability. Their chief use for delight is in privateness and retiring. For ornament is in discourse, and for ability is in the judgment and disposition of business. For expert men can execute and perhaps judge of particulars one by one. But the general counsels and the plots and marshalling of affairs comes best from those that are learned. To spend too much time in studies is sloth. To use them too much for ornament is affectation. To make judgment wholly by their rules is the humor of a scholar. They perfect nature and are perfected by experience. For natural abilities are like natural plants that need pruning by study, and studies themselves do give forth directions too much at large, except they be bounded in by experience. Crafty men condemn studies, simple men admire them, and wise men use them. For they teach not their own use, but that is a wisdom without them and above them, won by observation. Read not to contradict and confute, nor to believe and take for granted, nor to find talk and discourse, but to weigh and consider. Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. That is, some books are to be read only in parts, others are to be read but not curiously, and some few to be read wholly and with diligence and attention. Some books also may be read by deputy and extracts made of them by others, but that would be only in the less important arguments and the meaner sort of books. Else distilled books are like common distilled waters and flashy things. Reading maketh the full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. And therefore, if a man write little, he had need have a great memory. If he confer little, he had need have a present wit. And if he read little, he had need have much cunning, to seem to know that he doth not. Histories make men wise, poets witty, the mathematics subtle, natural philosophy deep, moral grave, logic and rhetoric, able to contend. Abound studia in mores, nay, there is no stond or impediment in the wit, but may be wrought out by fit studies, like as diseases of the body may have appropriate exercises. Bowling is good for the stone and reins, shooting for the lungs and breast, gentle walking for the stomach, riding for the head and the like. So if a man's wit be wandering, let him study the mathematics. For in demonstrations, if his wit be called away, never so little, he must begin again. If his wit be not apt to distinguish or find differences, let him study the schoolmen, for they are simony sectors. If he be not apt to beat over matters, and to call up one thing to prove and illustrate another, let him study the lawyer's cases. So every defect of the mind may have a special receipt. So with that, we come to the end of this essay. Dear students, this was the first unit. I will come up with the next unit in the next session. Till then, see you. I hope you find this helpful. If you find it helpful, please like and subscribe and share it among your friends. Thank you.